Welcome back to the channel, y'all. If you want to know how to clean your vinyl siding, stay tuned. Okay, before we get started cleaning this vinyl siding of the algae and the mildew and stuff, here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some cleaner. Normally I use Crud Cutter, but they did not have any Crud Cutter when I stopped at the store. So I got this, never used it before. 30-second cleaner, concentrate, algae, mold, and mildew. Okay. Now it says to mix it 1 to 1, which would be 1 gallon of cleaner to 1 gallon of water. But it also says, if you read here, to make it go further, you can mix it 1 to 4, and that's what I did, and just leave it set longer. Gives you the times right here, how long to let it set. For metal, plastic, cloth, painted surfaces, fiberglass, 3 minutes. Wood, composite, let it set 5 minutes. Concrete, masonry, tile, asphalt, let it set 15. So, but I mixed it 1 to 4, and I let it set 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to need some type of pressure washer. This little Greenworks 1800 one works good. Guys, you don't need a $15,000 pressure washing system to make money. And you're going to need some type of sprayer. I got this little 2-gallon one. I recommend a 2-gallon one. A 1-gallon one, if you have very big, you're going to be coming back refilling. So these 3 things will make you money. This was about $7 per gallon, and the home I'm doing here in this video was about, I don't know, 1,600 square feet, something like that. So fast acting, you know, it's all supposed to be good stuff. So this did all right. I think Crud Cutter does better in my opinion, but Crud Cutter is also a little bit more expensive. So as you can see in the video, I cleaned some with the pre-spraying with the cleaner and some without pre-spraying the cleaner. Pre-spraying the area with this greatly helped it come off a lot easier. And when I was done, I went, I'd clean the algae and the mildew and stuff off, and sometimes there'd be a mildew stain left, and I would go back and just spray this over, let it set another 10 minutes, and just rinse it off with a pressure washer. You'll see all that in the video. So that's all you need to get started. As you can see, this home was very nasty. The owner said it had been several years since he had it washed. So here I've got my cleaner mixed up, 1 part cleaner to 3 parts water in the 2-gallon sprayer, and then I just take it, pump it up, and start spraying it all over the affected area, the nasty algae, mildew, mold stuff. And if you look closely, after just a little while, you can see the stuff just running off. And that's what you want. You want to really soak the area that you're trying to clean, the mildew and algae and all that. You really want to soak it down with whatever cleaner you're using. This would have worked faster had I used 1 to 1, but I was more than okay with waiting a few, 10 minutes to let this stuff soak in and really cut that grimy stuff. After you've let this set for ever how long you're going to let it set, you do want to keep it wet. Don't spray it on there and let it dry out. So during your 10 minutes or 15 minutes, or however how long you're letting it set, you may have to keep it moist. So I've sprayed it on. It's set. Now I'm taking my pressure washer, and I have the turbo tip here. It's really cool to see the shadows of that turbo tip working. I didn't realize that until I started watching the video back. So you want to start at the top and work your way down, and that will give you the best results. And you can see the vinyl siding has that channel underneath where they interlock. That collects a lot of dust, and you can see on some of these a little mud running out from the drain holes in the in the siding. So keep that in mind. I got as much out as I could. Then I would go back and just hold the wand farther away and just kind of rinse it off, and it all ran off. If you don't, you can be there almost all day long trying to get that mud out from those channels. And because this vinyl siding has small drain holes. And also look where I've already sprayed, and you'll see those mildew stains that were left after I got the algae and the mold off. You'll see those mildew stains on the siding, and those are really hard to get off. And that's why after I sprayed it, while it was still wet, I went back and sprayed it again with the cleaner and let it set about anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. And I just rinsed it off with the power washer. It's also a good idea to power wash just sections, and that's what I would do here. I would wet a section with a cleaner, power wash it, get it off as good as I could, and while it was still wet, I would spray the cleaner back on again, because I believe the cleaner has some bleach in it, and it would clean those stains that the power washer wasn't getting off. And while that was setting, I'd go to the next section, wet that down with the cleaner, so it would be ready by the time that I had rinsed off the cleaner from the previous area. And at that system of spraying on the cleaner, power washing, spraying on the cleaner again, rinsing it off, worked best for this home. There was some damaged siding, loose siding. I fixed that about 4 or 5 places that I had to fix. And you'll find when you do these things, you can use these add-on services to really up your bill. Here are just a few more before and after areas where I was cleaning and spraying. Notice there again on the left side, you can see the mildew stains. Once I went back over it with the cleaner again, let it set and rinsed it off, those stains were gone. Here's the finished product. As you can see, it came out really well. They were ecstatic. Total cost $325, and that was I think I charged $250 for the power washing and $75 for the repairs. They were extremely happy, and I'll probably have some more home repairs to do. I had replaced their bathroom, one of their bathrooms a couple years ago, built a deck a couple years ago, so they're a repeat client. And hey, thank y'all for watching.